Yo, what's going on, folks? You're here chilling with the real satoshiaoki. I'm looking to bring back a crypto.com focus video every single week, possibly on a Friday. A lot of the focus is going to be directed towards main city, loaded lines, NFTs, and just major crypto.com news. I'm not going to be focusing too much on price movements up or down because, let's just face it, I feel a little bit bored with the CRO price. I'm a long-term holder of the project, all right? So we're giving you the regular updates when they're suitable. Folks, these videos are not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Let's get into the video. Looking at a bit of a main city loaded lines update video today, folks, as requested by my community. Something that I really like is the fact that all that's needed to start building is a land NFT. At today's price, the floor price, guys, is $63 US. You can go ahead and pick up a first frontier land plot. It is going to be the most common land, a dune plot. But folks, with around 25,000 collectibles, I personally think that this is undervalued. Why do I say that? Well, I compare it to the rest of the NFT market. Blur, OpenSea, PFPs that have no utility whatsoever, and you know, there's not going to be a lot of those that are going to continue to do well. CryptoPunks, Bored Apes, Doodles, maybe a few other collections, Azukis, Pudgy Penguins, okay? Maybe those ones will do okay. But aside from that, NFTs, in my personal opinion, need to have some kind of utility. What's the utility behind a crypto.com land first frontier? You buy the land and you can potentially earn money by playing the game. Even better if you like to play tycoon style games. What are kind of the downsides that I see just straight off the bat? Well, 25,000 collectibles is a pretty low number. So if you've got like a lot of growth happening with the game and only 25,000 could theoretically play at once, what does that mean? Your user base is never going to grow past 25,000. How is that going to go in the long term? I can't really answer for sure or if they've really thought about that strategy, but really, if you're looking at building a long-term successful game project like The Sims or something like that, you could possibly even have millions of players, okay? So it's not really going to work. So maybe some kind of like a lend system or something like that where people could lend out their land, or maybe you could actually have more than one participant working on one particular piece of land, which they may already have something like that in the works. Land NFT holders will get the opportunity to explore Chronos, okay? So that's the area where we're going to have these land NFTs and search for these valuable resources too. Then on March the 2nd, 2023, we got a part 1 of how Main City actually works. The rarity of a crypto.com land NFT determines how open the city is and how many environmental obstacles, parks, lakes, etc. there will be. Blueprints are crucial as they contain businesses. These businesses are the very buildings that generate gold. One blueprint will be provided as a welcome gift when players load up Main City for the first time. Thereafter, they'll have to source for blueprints by using their wit and resources in the in-game marketplace and by creating their avatar's level. Gold and diamonds are two resources that players need to earn. They will be generated passively by the players' businesses and cities. What's more, players can optimize their cumulative gold production by placing businesses in the ideal layout for their city and upgrading them at the right time. Now, I'm no game developer, but what I can probably say from straight off the bat is that it seems like a pretty simple and effective concept, which I like because based on this, it feels like it shouldn't take too long before hopefully they can actually create something that's actually playable. Bit of a demo, okay? A beta version just for us to test or something like that. I don't think there's been any word on that lately. And touching on that point as well, the team, who's actually creating this game, would be really, really good to know, okay? Not essentially a red flag yet, but I think the sooner they give us that information, the better, because that could be one factor that could maybe create a bit more volume in a lot of these NFTs. And I also really like the fact that you can actually earn passively and you don't necessarily have to be on playing all the time. I think that's absolutely fantastic because it's not like people that are working a 9 to 5 can just all of a sudden quit their job or start working part-time to come and play in Main City. It just doesn't make sense. So I think the fact that they've actually catered towards that is really, really great because I think with a lot of other sort of Web3 games, a lot of them are being designed in a way where, okay, you actually have to sit down and earn. If you're not sitting down and actually physically playing, earning, getting better at the game in real time, then you cannot earn passively outside of that. And I just don't think that's really good. And of course, the most recent drop was the Crypto.com Expedition gear, currently sitting at a floor price of $7 with a total volume traded of 457.7k. Same as the land NFTs, we have 5 different rarity types from starter to rare to epic to legendary to mythical. Starting off with mythicals, we got $688 floor price with 477 assets. Legendary at 1,890 assets for a floor of $134. So actually quite a drop down and probably something that is a lot more affordable considering that supply being under 2,000. And epics just dropped way down, over 50% to $39 US with 4,679 assets. Then we got our rares just priced at $15 for $11,796 US. Now, if you're working a 9 to 5, I don't care what situation you're in, everybody can afford $7, guys, with 28,146 assets. Look, not financial advice, as I said in the beginning, but again, compared to the rest of the NFT market, which, let's be honest, a lot of these teams aren't doxed. A lot of the creators you don't know, all right? People giving thousands of dollars away to Ben.eth, supplying these random meme coins and things like that. Crypto.com is a proven business model. They've proven it to be successful. The CRO token, no matter what you say, is a success. It's a well-sustained and trusted business model with heavy regulation internationally, all right? So they do have a lot going for them. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to have great success in blockchain gaming, but they've certainly set a better foundation, in my opinion, than a lot of all of these other projects where NFT floor prices can be priced from 0.5 Ethereum upwards to some being like 5, 10 Ethereum. The fact that this is $7 and you can get in on the ground floor, guys, honestly, I think it's severely undervalued, but also just remembering that there is still that high level of risk that is applied to all NFT investing in general. Quickly checking out the actual loaded line, sitting at a floor price of 1.4K with $59.9 million US of volume traded. Really, really good to see, with around 42% ownership. Looking at the Cyber Cubs here, we've got a buy now price of $205, also holding a pretty strong floor price in this NFT bear market with just over 41% ownership at 10K collectibles. Also cool to look at the Mythical Land plots, the rarest land plot in the Crypto.com land, 249 plots sitting at $4,000 US floor. As for the actual benefits and utilities of the expedition packs, guys, these backpack NFTs grant holders additional benefits that enhance their in-game experience for loaded lines main city at game launch. Backpack NFTs will increase a player's offline income, so that's your passive income. So definitely works for me. You know, I got a few expedition packs. I'm probably going to look at picking up a few more off the floor because they're just so cheap. I mean, who cares if you lose $7? You're going to make it back from that, you know what I mean? Furthermore, these NFTs will grant holders opportunities to explore and learn more about the first frontier lands and what treasures they hold. Backpack holders will need to keep their NFTs on hand. They never know when they'll come across something valuable in their journey that needs to be stored securely. So they're basically saying that you're going to have your backpack, go on your missions or whatever, and you're going to have a percentage chance, I'm assuming based on how good your backpack is or how rare it is, to actually pick up some potentially rare gold, diamonds, NFTs, whatever it might be, which you could then probably sell in the secondary market, make some money that way, or just hold long term, maybe sell it later, trade it to someone else, or continue to use it. Maybe you can actually use it to reinvest in the game to actually earn more gold, more diamonds. So a lot more still has to be revealed. A lot of it still is speculation. What I'd really, really like to see is some actual in-game footage of what's going on, how it looks, how the mechanics work, okay? A game doesn't necessarily have to look good for it to be fun, and a game also doesn't necessarily have to be fun if it looks good. So it can actually look good and not be fun, you know what I mean? So finding that balance is very, very hard, but honestly, if I had to choose one, you know, I'd rather they not spend too much time in making it look too fancy, just focus on making the gameplay fun and addictive, a reasonable earning capacity based on what the NFTs cost to actually purchase and invest in, and then they can kind of take it from there. You know, they can always do updates and improve the visuals and things like that and get it going. And just finishing off with the CRO price sitting at 0.058534 cents, down 2.1% for the last 24 hours. You know, rank 37, it's not doing a lot. Let's be honest. You know, if we go back to the max timeline though and just have a bit of a look, guys, we chuck the candlesticks on here and we can actually see, you know, we're a long way off that all-time high, Monday 1st of November 2021. Do you remember it, folks? We actually got up to, according to CoinGecko, a high of 89 US cents. If we actually have a look at the low today, again, just sitting under that 6 cents. It's a long way away, but don't forget, guys, we've done pretty much a 4x for 4 years ago, so still sitting at just under a 2x, guys, every single year for the last 4 years. Really, really good, especially considering it's the first 4 years of the token. What does the next 5 years hold for CRO? Nobody really knows, okay? If anyone knows for sure, then they're lying, okay? It's all speculation, crypto speculation all at this point, okay? Aside from just a few minor assets, I do believe that CRO is going to be in that category of ones that are long-term holds. So folks, I hope you did enjoy today's video. Drop a like in the comments if you did. Leave me a subscription, guys. Turn the notification bells on, and we'll see you in next week's video. Cheers.